Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexis. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you can see from today's title, I have a story time for you, which I don't think I've done in a very long time. So as I do my makeup, I'm going to tell you about how I met Finn Wolfhard, Jesse Eisenberg, and got to be on the Tonight Show. Woo 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 woo! Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. So recently, I had the opportunity to go into the city with my friend, and we got tickets to see the Drew Barrymore show. I'm not a gatekeeper. You can go on the app One Iota. That is how they put up these opportunities for folks like you and I to go see Drew Barrymore. Sadly, with a cruel twist of events, we did not make it in time. We were running late with traffic and we missed our train. It was just this whole thing. So we're running to CBS Studios, and the entrance where they usually line everybody up closed. So we go into the lobby and we're talking to the guy, and he's like, I'm so sorry, but we're at full capacity for today. I literally just had to turn away 20 people ahead of you. So we were like, you know what, it's okay, let's just regroup here. There's nothing we could have done about it. Even if we got there on time, if it was already full capacity, who knows if we could have got in. So we're like, all right, let's go to Starbucks, sit down, take a beat. I did cry a little because I thought we were going to be seeing Gerard Butler on the show that day, but while we were sitting at Starbucks, we saw a video of him talking to Drew. And I was like, hold on a second, this is not live time. What is going on? So Gerard was actually at the show the day before, so I felt a little bit better because I really wanted to go, obviously to see Drew, but I have had a childhood crush on Gerard Butler for as long as I can remember, so that like made me feel a little better that I wasn't going to be seeing him anyway. So we sat at Starbucks for like probably, I don't know, like half hour or so. We're like, what do we do? And my mom actually came up with the idea of like, well, there has to be guests on the show anyway. Why don't we head over back to the studio and wait outside and see if we can meet them outside? And we were like, yes, agree. That's, you know what, we have nothing else to do, so we might as well. So after we had our little coffees, we went back over to CBS Studios and we were all standing outside, and this employee comes out for her smoke break. And my friend Lindsay, you know, kind of shyly goes up to her and she's like, hi, like, do you happen to know who the guests are on Drew today? And this lady actually works for CBS News, so she wasn't 100% sure, but was like, you know what, I will go find out for you. I'm so sorry you guys couldn't get in. Let's see what I can find out. So she goes in, we can see her like talking to like the front desk people. She comes back out and she's like, okay, it's Finn Wolfhard, Jesse Eisenberg, and some other girl that I don't really remember the name of right now. And we're like, okay, awesome, like, do you know when they'll be coming out? And she's like, you know what, probably within the next like half hour or so. You know, the taping starts at 11, it was like 11:30. So we're like, okay, you know what, we're gonna stay out here. Why the heck not? So the first girl comes out and I felt so bad because it was so fast. Like, I saw her walking out of the door into the car and I didn't realize who it was until I saw her side profile. And it was Alicia Bowe, who, in that moment, I was like, oh my god, Jessica from 13 Reasons Why. And my brain was not computing what the actress's name was. So we all just kind of like smiled like shyly at her and didn't really say hello, but she seemed so sweet. She probably would have stopped if we remembered who she was. Alicia, I'm sorry, I love you. And then we were all kind of like guessing who would come out next. And I was like, you know, honestly, I'm feeling Finn. I think Finn will come out next. And in fact, he did. So, I'll put up the pictures here too. He walks out and we're like, hi Finn. And my friend is like, can we get a picture? And he's like, yeah, sure. So then she takes a selfie with him, and then I walk up, and as we're about to take a selfie, I'm like, I like your shirt. And he was like, thank you. Like, he was really kind. So we took the pictures with him, and I'm not sure if it was his assistant or mom or whoever was with him, but we were saying how we didn't get into the show. We were supposed to be in the audience. And he's like, oh man, that really stinks, but hey, at least you can go still watch it. And we're like, yeah, absolutely, we'll check it out. And his assistant or whoever was like, this is much better. And we were like, yeah, it is. Because like, if we were in the audience, we wouldn't have been able to see him. Like, we would have still been in the studio before they left. So, perfect timing. So, that was Finn. He was so nice. All the Stranger Things fans out there, I can confirm he was a really cool guy. And he's so tall. Oh my lord. Like, you can see it in the show that he's tall, but I was like, oh my god. Like, this man, he is a tall man. So, yeah, he was really cool. And he was like, thanks guys, like, and walked away. That was a good experience. It was really quick. And then maybe like 10 minutes later or so, we see Jesse coming out. And I'm like, hi Jesse, and I actually caught him off guard. I'll actually put up a video here. My mom was taking a video for us.
Guys, I want a picture with Jesse.
Go ahead. Hi Jesse.
Hello. Hi. Can we get a picture?
We missed the show.
You missed it?
Yeah. We were gonna be in the audience.
Oh, got it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can they redo your tickets?
Yeah, they said
Okay, nice.
yeah, we're like,
oh, maybe the next one.
I don't think he was expecting anyone to be out there, first of all, freezing their butts off to meet them. But he was so cool, you guys. Like, I liked him as an actor before this, but now that was my guy. Jesse Eisenberg, I love you. Because he literally, like, we were explaining to him, like, oh man, like, we were supposed to be in the audience, but we were here late. We missed our train from Jersey. First of all, he was like, oh, really? I'm from New Jersey. Where are you guys from? So we told him, and he's like, yeah, I know where that is. I'm from New Brunswick, whatever. So we were having, like, this full-on conversation with him. And he's like, oh man, I'm really sorry you guys couldn't get in. Like, how do you get your tickets for next time? And I was like, yeah, you know, luckily they said they were gonna send us new tickets. That's my dog. For whatever show we want to come to. And you know what Jesse said to that? He's like, oh great, maybe you'll get a better show next time. Saying like his show wasn't good enough. I don't know, he was really funny. So you know, you're talking about that, and then we're like, do you mind if we get a picture quick? And he's like, yeah, absolutely, sure. So my mom goes to take a selfie, and she's holding this big jug of water. Gotta stay hydrated. So she's trying to take the selfie and like hold the bottle at the same time, and what does Jesse do? He takes the water bottle out of her hand so that she can take the picture, and she's like, oh, are you thirsty? And he's like, no. Like, he was just helping her out to get that perfect photo. And one of the CBS employees saw that my mom was struggling a little bit, and she's like, do you want me to take the photo for you? And we were all like, yes, thank you, that'd be great. And then I say to Jesse, I'm like, she's technologically impaired, mom thinks. And he's like, I thought it was terrific. Like, he was just so cool, so cool. So then after we took the picture, we're like, oh, so can you fill us in on what projects you're doing since we didn't really get to see you on the show? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So Finn and I are actually doing a movie together. That's why we were both here. Really, that's awesome. And he's like, yeah, it comes out next week. He was literally about to go on a whole tangent about his new movie. And then his assistant was like, okay, Jesse, we really gotta go. I'm sorry. And she like pulled his arm. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, thanks, guys. And we're like, thank you so much, Jesse. Have a great day. And he left. But oh my gosh, what a freaking cool experience, you guys. Like, unreal. The whole day we were all just like in awe of how that conversation went. Like, he was the coolest dude ever, so down to earth. He was wearing sneakers and jeans, like nothing fancy. You could tell he just like, he genuinely cared too. Like, he felt horrible that we missed the show, and he had like a genuine interest of how we could, you know, get those tickets. It was really cool. Might I add, my friend Lindsay and I, we were saying, we're so lucky. We're the luckiest girls alive. We're so lucky when we're waiting outside. And I believe that positive energy led to those experiences, guys. Put out positivity this year. Okay. So after that insane experience, we walked over to Peachy Keen. If you don't know what that is, it's this cute little 70s themed restaurant on 44th Street, West 44th Street. It is the coolest freaking thing ever. They have great cocktails, great food, awesome atmosphere. I totally recommend that if you haven't been. So we had lunch, and then as we're sitting down, we're like, okay guys, Fallon, they're doing a showing tonight, obviously. Should we try to go for it? And we're all like, heck yeah, like, we have nothing to lose at this rate, why not? So after we ate, we walked over to NBC, and Seth Meyers is before Fallon, so we were like, okay, let's try the standby for him. So how it works is, if you don't have tickets from One Iota, there's a standby line where, like, if anyone doesn't show up, they give those extra tickets to fans that are waiting standby. So we're waiting for Seth. It's like 2:30-ish. And they come back out and they're like, okay, we can take the first 15 people. I'm sorry, the rest of you, we don't have capacity. And we're like, okay, whatever, it's fine. So we're like, while we're here, let's get in the line for Fallon. So we did. They started line up for Fallon at 3. And I guess how it works with him is a lot of people come right as the studio opens with you know, to have the best shot of getting those standby tickets right away. So we were in numbers 81 through 85. And we heard the girls saying, you know, like, usually they take about 40 people in on a good day. And we're like, you know what the heck, we don't have anything to do, let's wait. We felt this, like, good energy. So we adopted a friend in line. Laura, if you see this, hey girl. She was a really cool, you know, she's a mom. She was celebrating her 30th birthday in this city, and we kind of adopted her into our little friend group. So we waited from like 3 o'clock, around 4 o'clock, they're like, okay, good news, guys. It looks like we can take all of you in today. And we're like, what? Seriously? And then they said, yeah, the first 50 people can come. And we're like, Bessie, the math is not mathing. That is not all of us. There's 80 plus people here. But so they gave tickets to the first 50 people, and then they kind of said to the rest of us, they're like, okay, listen, we're gonna get them in. We have an audience coordinator that's gonna check it out, see if we have empty seats. It is 4:03. You have until 4:30. Get back here by 4:30, and we'll let you know if you can come in. And we're like, okay, great. Ran to the bathroom. First of all, NBC Studios is so confusing because there's a million different shops everywhere, which I didn't know. So we're like running downstairs trying to find the bathroom, quick go to the bathroom, come back up. There's like 15 people that ended up coming back because a lot of people kind of decided this is risky, I don't want to do it, I don't want to wait, which worked for us. So we get back at 4:30 and they're like, okay, here's the deal. You're gonna go through the security. It's kind of like TSA. They gave us the logistics of that. And then we're walking in a line towards the studio. Guys, this is like the most stressful experience of my entire life. We were waiting. It was just like we were sitting ducks waiting what was gonna happen. So we're like waiting in this like little hallway area, and we can see the employees walking down. And it was so funny because like we're all like looking up at the employees, and like they're trying not to have like a distinct look on their face, like yes you're going in or no you're not. Like they were trying to be as neutral as possible. But they came down and she's like, okay, I'm the you know, the audience coordinator. I can let the first 7 of you in right now. So those first 7 people went, and then it was like the last 8 of us or so. We're waiting. She's like, you will find out in about the next 20 minutes or so if you are going in. And we're like, okay, great. So we're all sitting there waiting, cracking jokes. You know, this was a great bonding experience with a bunch of strangers, I have to say. It was really cool. But 20 minutes rolls by. Mind you, we're like closer to the front of the line now. Like my mom was like, okay, just let in like the next 5 people. Like that's all we need. So then they come back and they're like, I can let 7 more people in, and then I'm sorry guys, the rest of you don't have space today. And we were like, oh, praise Jesus. We were all like freaking out, so excited. And they give us our wristbands, which I have, I'll show you. Wristbands that we had to put on right away. They collected our standby tickets, and we were all the way in the back on these like stools, which I was like, girl, that's fine with me. I will sit on the floor if I have to. I just want to see Jimmy. So they had mentioned to us beforehand, okay, if anyone from our team comes up to you, leave your party, leave your stuff behind. We promise you it'll be worth it. Just follow us. And we're like, okay. So then, you know, we're sitting in the back. The show is so great. It was so amazing to see like the moving parts of how like a talk show works, you know, like all the cameras moving around. There is like that applause sign, obviously, for like the audience. And, you know, we saw like Jimmy's getting his face touched up, like all the behind the scenes work that you don't see on the screen, obviously. So I want to say that's like halfway through the show, someone comes up to our group and they're like, I need one single person, follow me. So I went. And then I got to sit even closer in the regular seat because someone in the middle left. And they were like, okay, we need to fill this seat. Here you go, sister. So I got to sit even closer, which was so, so cool. The guests were Chelsea Handler, Matthew McFadden, and a comedian that I don't know. I'll put their names up on the screen here. The show was so great. I had the best time ever. It was like a little over an hour, but it was flawless. Like, Jimmy did so great. The band, I love the Roots so much. They were like cracking jokes and stuff to us beforehand, which was so awesome. They even had like a hype kind of guy. He was like talking to people in the audience, seeing where everyone's from, and just like cracking jokes, having the best time. It was such an amazing experience. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Unfortunately, I don't have pictures from Fallon because you're not allowed to have phones in the studio. It's strict no phones policy, and I'm not trying to get kicked out. But what I do have for you, they gave us this as we exited the show, which is an audience member discount. All of this rant to say, I hope you enjoyed this little story time. Put out that positive energy, guys. This is our year. This is our year. So yeah, if you ever have the chance to go to a show with 1IOTA, do it. I was able to go to Push to the VMAs in 2021. I don't remember. I got to see Troye Sivan, Tate McRae, so cool, and it was completely free with 1IOTA. So check them out. Please give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel. Follow my social medias down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Happy New Year, and talk to you soon.